Assalamualaikum and hello everyone. This is me Fatima Bizaswali and today I am going to discuss this topic time management mastering your day, mastering your life. Time is one of the most valuable resources we have. How we use it determines our success in life. Through this discussion, I want to learn how effective time management can help me balance my studies, teaching responsibilities, personal life, and professional goals. So, without wasting any time, let's start discuss with ChatGPT. Hello, ChatGPT.
Hey Fatima, great to have you here. What's on your mind today?
Yes, today I have in my mind is time management, mastering your day, mastering your life.
Oh, that's a really good one. I think time management touches everything, right? Are you thinking about a certain area like balancing teaching, family, or maybe just getting personal projects done?
Yes, so can you tell me, like, what is the considered one of the most valuable resources in life, and how does its proper use impact success and personal growth?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, one of the most valuable resources is really time itself. Once a moment is gone, you can't get it back. So when you use your time wisely by prioritizing what truly matters, setting clear goals, and reducing distractions, you end up making progress that aligns with your values. And that ripple effect boosts both success and personal growth over time.
Yes. So, like many people struggles with managing their daily routines. What are the main resource people waste time and how can they overcome this habit?
Yeah, that's a big one. I mean, a lot of people fall into the trap of things like procrastination, overcommitting to too many tasks, or just not having a clear plan. I think a big key is having intentional routines like a daily schedule or time blocking so you know exactly what you need to focus on. And also, learning to say no to things that aren't aligned with your goals is huge.
Okay. How can setting clear priorities help us make better us for our time and day?
Yeah, that's a great question. So when you set clear priorities, you basically decide what truly matters most, like your big picture goals or your values, and that guides your daily choices. So instead of just reacting to what comes up, you proactively allocate time to high impact tasks, and that really helps you move the needle on what's important while still feeling balanced.
Okay. So, can you tell me what is the difference between being busy and being productive?
Ah, that's such a key distinction. So, being busy just means you're constantly occupied. You're moving from task to task, but not necessarily making meaningful progress. Productivity, on the other hand, is about being strategic, focusing on the right tasks that drive real results, even if you're doing fewer things. So, it's really about impact over just activity.
ChatGPT, can you hear me?
Of course, I'm here to help. What do you need support with? Do you want to dive deeper into time management strategies, or is there something else on your mind?
Yes. I said, how can a well planned daily schedule improve focus, discipline, and efficiency?
Ah, got it. So a well-planned daily schedule kind of acts like a roadmap. It gives your day structure so you know exactly what to do and when. That reduces decision fatigue, so you stay focused on the task at hand. Plus, it helps build discipline. When you stick to set time blocks, you train yourself to stay on track. And over time, that consistency just makes you way more efficient, less wasted time, more progress.
Okay. So, like, what role does self discipline play in effective time management?
Ooh, self-discipline is really at the core of it. I mean, even the best plans fall flat without it. when you have self-discipline, you stick to your schedule even when distractions come up or you don't feel motivated. It's what keeps you consistent. And that consistency is what turns small efforts into big results.
Okay, so
Yeah, exactly. And once you start building that habit, just sticking to those small commitments daily, it kind of creates a positive cycle. You get better at staying on track, you feel more confident, and that momentum really fuels both productivity and personal growth.
okay, so how can we balance multiple responsibilities such as studies, work, family, and personal goals without feeling overwhelmed?
Yeah, that's a real balancing act, isn't it? I think the key is being super intentional about boundaries and prioritization. So break down your big responsibilities into smaller, manageable chunks, then plan them realistically. Leave some white space in your schedule for unexpected things. And don't be afraid to ask for help or delegate where you can so you don't feel stretched too thin.
Okay, so what are some practical strategies to avoid procrastination and start tasks immediately?
Ah, yeah, procrastination is such a sneaky one. A few practical strategies. First, break tasks into super small steps, like just focus on the first 5 minutes. Also, set a timer, like the Pomodoro technique, so you work in short focus bursts. And then remove distractions. Keep your phone out of reach or use website blockers. Once you get started, momentum usually kicks in.
Okay, so how can technology be both a helpful tool and a distraction when managing time?
Yeah, that's a really big double-edged sword. I mean, technology can be amazing, like apps for scheduling, reminders, or productivity tools, but at the same time, it's a huge source of distraction, social media, endless notifications. So the trick is being really mindful. Use tech as a tool, but set boundaries like turning off non-essential notifications or scheduling tech-free breaks.
Yes, absolutely right. So,
Yeah, exactly. So it's all about intentional use. When you set those boundaries, you can get the benefits of technology without letting it pull you off track. And that balance really helps keep everything in harmony.
okay, so my next question, how can breaking like big tasks into smaller steps make time management easier and more effective?
Yeah, that's a really powerful strategy. When you break a big task down, it feels less overwhelming, so you're more likely to start. Plus, you can assign specific time blocks to each small step so you stay on track. And each mini win gives you that momentum to keep going, so the whole project moves forward more smoothly and efficiently.
Okay, so
Yeah, exactly. And once you see those small steps adding up, it really boosts your confidence. Plus, it's easier to adjust if something doesn't go to plan, so you stay flexible and in control of your time.
okay, so my next question, how can what habits do highly successful and organized people follow to manage their time effectively?
Yeah, great question. So, a lot of really successful people have some common habits, like starting their day with a clear morning routine. They set priorities the night before and they time block their schedule so they focus on high value tasks first. They also tend to minimize distractions, reflect on their progress regularly, and they're super intentional about making time for rest and self care too.
Okay, so my next question, how can setting deadlines improve motivation and productivity?
Deadlines. So, instead of to focus, avoid perfectionism, and break tasks down. And when you hit those deadlines, it boosts your confidence and keeps you motivated to keep going.
Okay, that's amazing. So my next question, what is the role of planning the night before in achieving a productivity day?
Yeah, that's a really game changing habit. When you plan the night before, you basically wake up with a clear roadmap, no time wasted figuring out what to do. You reduce morning stress, stay focused on your priorities, and it just gives you a head start. So you stay in that productive flow all day long.
Okay. So my next question, how can we stay focused in a world full of distractions like social media and notifications?
Yeah, that's a huge challenge, right? I think one big thing is creating intentional tech boundaries, like turning off non essential notifications, using apps that block distracting sites, and scheduling focus to deep work sessions. And also just being mindful when you feel that urge to check your phone, pause and remind yourself why you're staying focused. It's all about small, consistent habits.
Okay. So why is it important to learn to say no when our schedule is already full?
That's really crucial. So when your schedule's packed, saying no is kind of a form of self-respect. It keeps you from burning out and ensures you protect the time you've already committed to your priorities. Plus, it helps you stay focused on what actually matters, so you don't just get overloaded and lose your sense of balance.
Yes, okay. So, like my next question is, how can time management reduce stress and improve mental well-being?
Yeah, that's a really important link. So when you manage your time well, you have a clearer sense of control. You're not constantly rushing or feeling behind. That reduces that mental chaos, so you're less stressed. Plus, having time set aside for rest and self care helps you recharge. So overall, you just feel more balanced and resilient.
Okay. So like, what is the importance of tracking how we spend our time each day?
Yeah, that's really powerful. When you track your time, you actually see where it's going. So you can spot patterns like which tasks take longer or which distractions are creeping in. Once you have that data, you can make smarter adjustments, reallocating time, cutting out time wasters. So it's a way to really optimize your day and stay on track with your goals.
Okay. So my next question, how does poor time management affect long-term goals and success?
Yeah, that's a big one. So when time management is off, those small daily choices add up. They can push long-term goals further away. You might miss key milestones, let important projects slide, or just feel like you're always playing catch up. But when you manage time well, those steady intentional steps build up, and over time they drive real success and progress towards your big dreams.
Okay, so like, how can students improve their academic performance through better time management?
Yeah, definitely. So for students, it's all about creating a consistent routine, like setting aside specific times for studying, planning out assignments in advance, and breaking big projects into manageable chunks. And things like using a planner, setting deadlines for yourself, and balancing study time with breaks. Those all help you stay on top of things, reduce last minute stress, and improve performance.
Okay, so how can teachers and professionals manage their time effectively while handling multiple responsibilities?
Yeah, that's a big juggling act. I think for teachers and professionals, it's about really prioritizing and being okay with not doing everything at once. So they can schedule dedicated time blocks for planning, for meetings, for personal development. Delegation is huge, so they can assign tasks when possible and also protect their downtime so they don't burn out.
Okay, that's amazing. So thank you so much, ChatGPT, for this amazing discussion. I learned that time management is not about planning horse, it is about using time wisely with purpose, discipline, and focus. By prioritizing tasks, avoiding distractions, and staying consistent, I can achieve my goals more effectively and create a balanced, successful life. So thank you so much, ChatGPT. Goodbye.